Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Bazinga Boys podcast, the only Young Sheldon review podcast on the internet. I am your host, the Purple Colonel, and with me, as always, is Florian Himsel.
Hey guys, I'm actually now Riley because everyone said that I should be replaced with Riley, everyone's favorite new co-host of the Bazinga Boys.
That was one commenter, okay? I don't know why you're making a big deal out of it.
Hey, we don't get many comments, okay? We gotta really listen to them if we do.
That's true. That does mean that is like the 10th of the audience or so begging for this change, I guess. So.
Yeah, you thought people would hate Riley, but apparently there's a lot of people who thought he was great.
No, I mostly thought people would dislike your exploitative behavior, which I think they did. So,
I don't think that's true. What are you talking about?
I don't know. Whatever.
Crazy.
Do you have a Grindr update for us today, Florian?
Well, I have found out one way of getting more attention.
Oh.
Apparently, I said something on my profile that they did not like.
What's that?
I said
Should
that
I guess?
Yeah, guess.
I'm gonna guess it's the part where you put that you're 20%, only 20% gay and mostly straight. That's my guess.
Yeah, I mean that's probably it, but I can't take that out. That's pretty vital. But I think, well, I said I'm looking for a twink for an open relationship, so I took out the twink, and now I'm getting responses again. So I guess nobody thought they were twinky enough, or maybe they didn't want someone who just wanted the twink. I don't know. How strange.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, whatever works, I guess. You know, you gotta keep it up.
Yeah, I guess if you want the twinks, then you gotta not mention that up front. The same way, like on your dating profile, you wouldn't say no fatties, because then you'll get no messages, right? So I guess I guess I did the same thing for gay men when I said twink, please. So
well, I don't know.
That's what you get.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I'm glad you're finding success. Is that it though? You haven't actually like talked to anyone specific? Who are these new people you're getting?
Well, there was just one guy who looked pretty cute, but he didn't respond much, I guess. At first he was nice, but then I guess he lost interest to some extent. Tragic. Maybe he got too many people calling him cute. Who knows?
Did you put him off with something you said, like Sheldon in this episode?
Maybe when I said I just wanted to cuddle, that was not what he wanted. Maybe, who knows?
I'm gonna guess most people on there, because they can just buy like a body pillow or something if they really want that, you know.
No, what are you talking about? A body pillow? Are you kidding me? Yeah, wow. Okay,
if literally all you're gonna do is cuddle, you don't need a person that you have to care about for that.
I mean, it's better with a person. Jeez, weirdo. Yeah, okay. Wow.
I don't know.
Oh, if you just want to fuck, why don't you just get a flashlight? Cool, great insight, dude. Impressive.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, shall we get into the Sheldon of this week?
Yeah. So
I literally just finished watching these. It was great. It's
ideal, isn't it? Yeah. I'm just thinking like. I think this episode of Big Bang Theory was pretty good, you know?
It was. Should we start there instead of Young Sheldon this time?
Enjoyable. Let's see. What was the computer episode? Whatever. I guess up to you.
Okay, well, I think, this Big Bang Theory, it was surprisingly good. And I thought it was very interesting, because the plot is basically what happens when Sheldon encounters a young Sheldon.
I know,
and I
right?
thought that was really neat to explore that idea. It's like, it's better now than it would have been back then, because, you know, we have the real young Sheldon to compare to, but it's,
it was pretty weird, because, like, you can tell that he's got, like, all these properties that a young Sheldon would have had, but we've never seen a young Sheldon up until now. So it's quite a concept, really. How did they come up with this, huh? Like, wow, this is what he was like back in the day.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's, you know, just sort of interesting idea to see him go up against this super smart kid who is working at his research lab or whatever, this place they are is, I guess that's...
I love how... I love how Sheldon has become so defensive when the kid criticizes his research and says that there's no future in string theory because it's obviously not going to lead anywhere. Yeah. And like he gets so defensive and just tells him to get out. But then in the end, he takes the criticism to heart. And then he tells everyone else how their ideas could be easily improved, and they all tell him to get out. And in the end, it turns out
that's the contrast to the whole episode. Yeah,
the contrast that the only one who learned anything is Sheldon, because he looked at his work, he took a hard look, and the others they're just happy to wallow in their mediocrity and not.
I don't think Sheldon learned anything, but he literally just ends the episode exactly the same as he started it before he met Dennis. So,
I mean, he must have thought about his research and found a way that it would still make sense. Like,
no, he just decided he had no more competition at the end because Dennis gets indisposed of by meeting a girl.
No, I mean he wouldn't he had other ideas of what to do, right? But then he decided that string theory was the best use of his time after all. And God, the other guys, they were like turned off at the idea that he could crack cold fusion in 10 years. What idiots? Who wouldn't want to crack cold fusion? That's crazy.
Yeah, wow. I think Sheldon is maybe underestimating the difficulty of that problem, given a lot of real smart people have been working on that for decades, so...
Come on, dude. You think real smart people are nearly as smart as Sheldon? What are you talking about?
I don't know. I don't think it was true that you could crack cold fusion in 12 years. I just don't think that's true. And I don't think the episode thinks that's true either. I think it's...
No, it definitely does. Like...
No, the whole point is Sheldon's coming up with these stupid ass ideas to try to derail everyone for his own satisfaction.
They're not stupid ideas. Like he's just rude about it, but all his ideas would have worked out. The same way that when he had this Mopey episode, he did solve the goldfish problem and made a glowing goldfish. Like if he puts
just because they want an episode,
it,
like a joke to end it on.
That's not. But,
goldfish are also just a real thing that already existed. So.
I mean, I don't think so. I mean, not this glowing. It's pretty impressively glowing, you know.
They literally sell these. You can buy them online.
but the point is that Sheldon is always right about the math, you know. Like he wouldn't get anything like this wrong.
I don't know. I think he would. Because, I mean, if there's probably stuff in Young Sheldon we'll see eventually where he's talking about how he's going to solve string theory in 3 years or whatever. I'm sure there's going to be bits like that. And then he ends up, working on that for the rest of his life.
Why would you say that? We know that Sheldon is almost always right. The same way that he wrote to that NASA scientist and he immediately solved the equation, okay?
I don't know.
What are you talking about? It's like you telling me, oh, Batman, he's not gonna...
This is the part where you need to understand subtext, okay? The whole way that it's portrayed in the episode is Sheldon is clearly wrong and stupid and annoying everyone.
But it isn't. It's not portrayed that he's wrong in any way. No.
It is, because everyone else is disappointed with him and annoyed by his presence. That's the whole part of the episode.
I can't believe that you're conflating their disappointment with him being wrong. This is how you portray things on TV. No, it isn't,
spelling
dude.
it out with dialogue.
That is nonsense. What are you talking about? This is the same way that Howard says, I have a PhD in engineering, and then Sheldon is saying yeah, wow, and you got a note from your mom, and none of those things are relevant to the problem that I discussed, and then Howard doesn't have any counter argument. The same way that Sheldon didn't have any counter argument when the little child crushed his ambitions in string theory.
I don't see how that's relevant. Okay.
What do you mean? The fact that they didn't have counter arguments isn't relevant to Sheldon being wrong?
They don't need a counter argument for why you don't drop everything you're doing to pursue fucking cold fusion.
Well,
for 10 years. That's stupid on its face.
I mean, they're not going to achieve anything better than cold fusion.
Yeah, they do. They all end up with Nobel Prizes by the end of the show.
Yeah,
Howard gets to go to space with his toilet.
Do you understand that cold fusion means infinite energy? There's nothing better than that. No.
Yeah, but it's also like impossible. That's like basic fucking laws of physics. Just makes it not a real thing. So
no, we're still working on it. It's not a fake thing.
That's literally never gonna happen in my lifetime. Okay.
You just don't believe in progress. That's crazy.
I want you to put me in my will, and if it doesn't happen before you die, I want every penny you own. Okay. I want you to put your money on it.
What, like you're gonna outlive me? That's crazy.
I think so. You're like 10 years older than me. You might as well be like 1 foot in the grave or so, you know.
Really? Okay, I guess we're not gonna. Yeah, sure. I guess that's just your delusion that you're gonna live with. Sure.
well, either I'm right or I'm dead, you know. So it'll be fine. This is like a zero problem thing for me to think, I guess.
Just try to kill me, yeah.
Well, I'm not going to do that.
Your dark plan is unraveling. You had it all set out with the cold fusion gambit, and it didn't work out.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until you start working on cold fusion just to prove me wrong, and then once you build those like stupid octopus arms and stuff, I'm gonna push you into the ocean with your giant sun, okay? That's what he was working on, right? That's cold fusion in Spider-Man 2, I think.
I mean, I'm just thinking like of regular fusion, isn't that?
Well, that's real, but it gives off an incredible amount of energy because like nuclear fusion is.
We don't have
a lot of.
Wait, do
stuff.
we? Wait, what is cold fusion then? Isn't it the same thing?
It's fusion, but like you can put it in like a little box somewhere, and it won't like melt everything around it because it's not giving off like horrible amounts of heat and destructive energy like a nuclear bomb does.
Well, I mean, no, I don't think that's right. I think cold fusion is just a contained fusion.
I don't know. I don't know if this is the.
I mean, I'm looking at it
episode either.
Well, I mean, I can't believe that you would just assume that Sheldon is wrong. Like, why? When has he been wrong about science?
He's been wrong about various other things in his life, and he's usually not at his best when he's in like a manic state due to something like this.
Well,
like the last time we saw this, he decided he would take up like working on a loom for the rest of his life, making fucking parkas or whatever he was doing.
I mean, he was cycling through. Like, he was throwing a lot of ideas at the wall. That's not terrible. Like, he got somewhere with some of those ideas, okay? I love how he thought that he was gonna revolutionize eggs, but it turns out we've already cooked them as well as they can be cooked.
Yeah.
Look, there was a chance he could have fixed everyone's eggs, okay? Would have been great.
Mm-hmm. What I'm getting is you're projecting your dream of making 10 video games this year onto Sheldon and his constant switching of projects. I'm psychoanalyzing you now, okay?
You wouldn't like me if I'm psychoanalyzed, okay? Don't do it.
What do you mean, okay?
It's just a stupid thing from Hannibal, never mind.
Okay. The secret is I'm always angry. You know that line?
Yeah, I sure do.
That's from the Avengers. The Hulk says that. And then he turns into the Hulk. And they pretend that that's like a character development thing and not something they pulled out of their ass.
What, you think you could handle being angry all the time? That's pretty cool. Wow. He's living his best life, okay? He's Smart Hulk now, alright? Unbelievable. And he's a scientist. Why don't you have any respect for the sciences?
I have respect for scientists, but only like real ones and realistic ones, and not like fucking what's his face who turns into a giant monster and breaks everything all the time.
The Hulk?
That guy's an asshole for not killing himself and ridding the world of his existence, okay?
Wait, which one?
The Hulk.
The Hulk is a hero.
He's a dickhead, okay? He's barely a hero.
He doesn't kill people.
There's no way he hasn't killed, like, dozens and dozens of people, okay?
Like,
that's ridiculous.
He canonically doesn't kill people, okay? Deal with it.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous. But yeah,
all of the nerds in Big Bang Theory will be sad at you assuming that the Hulk kills people, okay?
I may or may not pick up arguments on the show occasionally to for the sake of conflict, you know? Okay?
Well, don't do that. Who would want to see that?
We can ask the audience, okay? We'll see what they think.
No, they don't know what they want. Don't ask them.
Yeah, that is true. Actually,
oh, you're right.
Right about that.
I guess they want Riley back. I guess we'll do that
instead of you. Okay, is that what you want? You want to put yourself out of a job on your own channel? That's fine by me.
Yeah. Okay. Next episode will just be you and Riley. Yep.
No,
enjoy.
it will not be.
What?
No, it will not be.
I can't believe that you're backing out of this. This is what you suggested.
No, I'm sorry, I'm not doing it. Anyway, there's Dennis, he insults Sheldon and his intellect over and over. There's the bit where he's like, "Oh, you were the youngest person to get a Stevenson Award, right?" And because Dennis got one when he was younger and stuff. It's great.
Yeah. I mean, well, I guess they're both pretty petty about it, but yeah. I mean, I guess he is just young Sheldon, so he's getting the karma for his young Sheldonness. Makes perfect sense.
Pretty much, yeah.
I can't believe though that the other nerds would actually like deprive science of this great mind.
Well, you know, they're very self-centered people in this show, honestly.
Yeah,
at
I know.
all times.
That's exactly why they reject all of Sheldon's great ideas. Sheldon was doing the right thing, you know, but they
he's
insisted.
Not.
What?
Sheldon is like obviously like the worst person in this episode.
What did he do wrong?
He fucking flips his shit the moment literally anyone smarter than him comes up and does anything. He loses his mind for the whole episode.
I mean, like, if someone smarter than you tells you that your research isn't going anywhere because it's physically impossible, maybe you should listen to that, you know? That seems like a good idea.
His idea is to... Okay, here's one of the things Sheldon decides he should do. He wants to plan to rebuild Jerusalem in Mexico. And he goes around asking all the Jewish people who work with him if they think it's a good idea.
Look, it would have worked, and it would have stopped whatever is happening in Israel now, okay? He was a true visionary.
Really? You think... Really?
Yes.
The attachment is with the specific area of land. They don't care if they can go somewhere else and like rebuild the buildings. That's like not the point.
Look,
in this conflict.
I think they'd be fine, okay? I think the Jews are very pragmatic, and they could worship in Mexico just as well. All right, they would love it.
I mean, if they could, then there wouldn't. This literally just would not be a thing in geopolitics for the last like 80 years. You know.
Well, I mean, it's just because we needed to put them somewhere, so we put them there, you know? That's just what happened.
No, they started going there before they were even, like, put there after the Holocaust. Like, they were working on Israel, like, beforehand, I'm pretty sure.
Well, I guess, but I mean, like, it would just been a few crazy ones. It wouldn't have been as many.
I don't know. I don't know. I think, I don't know if either of us really are deep enough into information on this conflict here, but I don't think that's the solution, though.
Well, if Sheldon says it's the solution, then it's the solution, all right?
Sheldon doesn't know shit about religion. We established this in young Sheldon.
Well, he's learned since then. I mean, I'm actually thinking that he has not improved as much as you like to think, because he's still a germaphobe in the previous episode. So he's still insane on that level. So he hasn't really
Germophobia is completely rational, okay?
No. What are you talking about?
It is. It's bad to get sick. You should avoid getting sick as much as possible.
No, if you avoid getting sick as much as possible, you will get sick more. Like, you will have a shitty immune system.
Well, I don't know if Sheldon's considered that, okay?
Well, clearly not, because he gets sick just from Penny walking in the room.
Yeah, and absolutely no one else in that episode gets sick at all. Yeah, that is very true. But
didn't they? Yeah, I mean, like, normally you have an episode like that, and in the end, everyone catches it from him. But like she would have exposed him to such a small viral load that, like, he must have had an incredibly shitty immune system to get sick from that.
Yeah, that is probably true. Actually, yeah.
Yeah, like, I used to get sick more in COVID because I was isolating, And then now that I'm going to the gym, I've hardly gotten sick at all. So it's crazy. Like,
well, that's good.
Yeah, like you get exposed to the germs, and eventually your immune system rises to the occasion.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
that's why
is really bad.
You're on team no vaccine, right? Our natural immune system will just take care of it.
No,
that's your argument. You've told me this in DMs before that this is your position, right? Yeah.
Look, I actually didn't take the vaccine right away because I was already isolated, so it didn't make sense. But I did take it eventually, okay, and it was fine. Like,
okay,
there was no reason.
Me too, and I'm doing okay for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, like it's just a vaccine. We've taken vaccines before.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a scene in this episode where they ask Penny where to find a 15-year-old Asian girl.
Yeah.
As if she like knows, and as if they shouldn't maybe like give some context before asking that.
Yeah, I mean there's just three horny nerds wanting a young Asian girl. What more context would you need, Tom?
That's maybe the context that it's not for them. Because they're like 30 or whatever, and that's no good.
But luckily they thought of the perfect solution to just have this bring your daughter to work day and just fake that.
Invent a fake bring your daughter to work day, which everyone brings their daughters to, which is crazy to me. But
well, they were all just hungry for science, all right.
I guess so.
And it immediately works, and the Asian kid just gets with the girl immediately.
Yeah, and did you see the post episode like scene? It's before the credits, but like after the rest of the episode, there's the scene where they're all out and they're at the park, and Howard sexually harasses someone, but then they all end up leaving, and they're like they see Dennis, and he's literally just laying there in like a hippie music circle, drinking out of a brown paper bag and stuff. So
yeah, like they're literally seeing like this brilliant mind getting drowned in alcohol. It's probably like Riley's origin story too, and it's like, how could they do this, these men of science? But Sheldon, he's got the right idea. He knows that he stayed strong and he will not succumb to the temptation of women. And
they all decide it's okay because Dennis has a girlfriend. It doesn't matter if he's literally wasting away his whole life, you know.
Yep.
This fucking kid escaped from North Korea, and he's dealing with this now.
Well, I guess
that's his life.
Is he just gone now? I guess that's crazy, because that means that
I don't know if he comes up again. Yeah.
I mean, he would have to come up because his plan was to enlist in this institute so that he could have the money to smuggle his parents to America. So I guess that's just not happening now, and they're gonna die in North Korea. Damn.
Mm-hmm. You know, that's
wow, way to go, nerds! You did it. You ruined this life.
This is a show about great people. I think very nice, helpful people making a good difference in the world.
Sheldon was the only one who wasn't in on this. Okay.
Sheldon doesn't. He doesn't help anything though. He's still self-centered as fuck in this episode.
I mean, well, he was focused on work. Okay, you can be focused on work. That's not being self-centered. Centered. Work is important, all right, especially if you got really good work. Okay.
The important work of rebuilding Jerusalem in Mexico.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, the fusion thing might have been better, but yeah.
I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Yeah.
I can't believe that the Jews didn't go for it. You know, the Jews that he asked.
Yeah, the episode has a random Jewish scientist wearing a yarmulke and stuff appear for one joke, where he's like, "No, this is a bad idea," and stuff. You know.
And then Sheldon just says, "El Jerusalem."
yeah, we'll call it El Nuevo Jerusalem or whatever. And he's like, Jesus Christ. And then he goes up to Howard and he's like, "Hey, you're a Jew. What do you think of my idea?" And they tell him to fuck off again.
Yeah, could you wail at a wall that is exactly like the Wailing Wall, but not quite?
Yeah, it's just in, a continent away, or an ocean away, you know?
Yeah, and then meanwhile we know that, well, I mean, it's in Mexico, it's pretty close. But yeah, like we know that Howard is not even satisfied if he's missing like his sugary treat from his lunch bag that his mom made him, and even if she will give him a second one, the next time he will not accept it. So
exactly,
he's definitely
what you're saying
one
is
of
Howard
those.
is too picky for a new Wailing Wall.
Absolutely, he would,
as evidenced by the scene where he asks for whatever that thing is. I don't even know what he said, but yeah,
a ding dong. Is that is that their version of a Twinkie? It's just a ding dong.
I have no idea. I don't think that's a Jewish thing. I think that's just like a shitty American snack.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just like a copyright safe Twinkie.
Ding dong is okay. It's like a little shitty brownie thing.
What? It's
but he
real?
said he already has a brownie though. What the fuck?
Why would it be called a ding dong? That's so sexual. Weird.
Yeah.
Why is there no ding dong in my bag, mother? Wow, cool. He said loudly in front
This
of
Wikipedia
everyone.
article has a section called the Ring Ding Ding Dong Conflict. What the fuck is this?
Wow, good to know.
Okay.
Well,
that's interesting. Yeah.
Guess we'll never know.
Yeah, it basically seems like a shitty Twinkie inside of like a wagon wheel.
Well,
you know what wagon wheels are? They're like the superior chocolatey snack for lunches.
I don't think we have most of these things, okay?
Wow. What did you have in your school lunch, Florian, when you were in high school, huh?
Oh,
or in
God.
elementary school, I guess, for stuff like this.
I guess I almost never went and got anything.
Really? What did your mom put in it?
I don't even remember. Well, I guess I remember, like, there was like a piece of bread with cheese melted into it. What? Let's see.
That sounds pretty good.
What is this called?
Like a pizza?
A pretzel stick with cheese, alright.
Oh. That sounds like a very German thing, honestly.
Like, the bread in pretzels is, like, the best. Like, we have, like actual little breads of them, too, you know? I don't know if you have them. I mean, they're not, like, crunchy like pretzels, but they're it's, like, one of the best breads. It's crazy if you don't have those. Oh, well.
Okay. I don't know if I buy that. Pretzels are usually very tasteless outside of the salt, so I don't know.
Well, what are pretzels like crunchy or whatever?
Yeah, like the bread part of the pretzel has like no taste.
Well, if they're really soft,
it's like slightly yeasty, and that's it.
If they're really soft, they have a very mild taste, but it's really delicious. Oh okay. Well.
I don't know.
Maybe they make them differently.
Yeah. But yeah, is there anything else to say for this episode? I think it could have been improved if there was more Dennis interacting with Sheldon directly, you know? We could have had a real Sheldon versus young Sheldon situation, but Dennis is only in like 2 scenes, so...
I guess they would have done more if they knew that young Sheldon would be a thing. But on the bright side, we have Sheldon for the first time ever interacting with all his nerd friends. And also there's one scene where they ask, like, why did you become friends with Sheldon? Asks Penny. And then they're like, I don't know, we liked Leonard.
We knew Leonard, yeah. It's just like, that's a horribly depressing thing for Sheldon, is that he's just straight up not likable at all, like, and has never been, so.
Well, I mean, you'd think so, but we learned that that's the like, part of his strengths, because otherwise he could have easily just gotten a girlfriend and he could have wasted his life like Dennis.
I guess so, yeah.
I mean, like...
I don't know.
Like, Sheldon specifically does not give the slightest fuck about women. Like, he is so Sigma that it's crazy, okay?
That's true, yeah. I don't know.
That's why he is the best scientist. If
they had the foresight, do you think this would have been Tam's child or something in this episode? If they'd planned the Sheldon cinematic universe out ahead of time?
Tam's? Oh, is that...
That's the kid from Young Sheldon. You know Tam.
Oh, right. Well, I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense. Like he's in Texas, right?
I don't know.
And he's not even brilliant or anything.
Yeah. That is literally me just thinking, oh, maybe the Asian character should be related to the other Asian characters. So.
He looks just
I
like
guess that's
him.
not great.
No, he doesn't.
I don't know. Okay, maybe I need to work on some things, I guess. I'm sorry to the audience.
No, it makes sense because he does seem a little bit like that guy, you know, because he's also like somewhat gifted, but
I mean, yeah, Cam's also like very smart for his age, right?
and he's always like a foil to Sheldon, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
But then again, they do get along pretty well. Sheldon is much more likable back in the day, I think.
He is somehow much more maybe this is maybe the arc of young Sheldon is that he's gonna fall from grace and he's gonna become a worse character, and then the arc of Big Bang Theory is he learns to be a good person again.
Maybe. Well, you were concerned that Georgie Jr. would be marrying a woman at a too young age, but we learned that he is 19 when he marries her, so I guess...
Yeah, and she's like 28, okay? They literally confirmed that in this Young Sheldon episode. I guess we'll move into Young Sheldon here. Because that was a bit, there's a bit where he's talking like, oh, well, I'll bet you $1,000 I'll never get married, and then fucking... Yeah, Sheldon makes a note, like old Sheldon makes a note in the narration. He's narrating a scene that he wasn't present for, by the way, which doesn't make sense that this shit's all in his memoirs.
He deduced it all, okay?
Sure. Maybe he's just making like fan fiction for his brother at this point. Who knows?
Well, maybe he's heard about the bet from someone, alright?
Yeah. But how old is Mandy? Mandy is 30 years old, and she married him at fucking 15 or 19. I mean, that's not good. I mean,
15 at 90 isn't the same. You keep thinking like he's this child, but
it's still bad to marry someone at 19. That's not good.
I mean, we know that he will be very horny and very willing, so I don't know.
It's literally like a predatory like cougar situation. It's not good.
Yeah, but it's Georgie Jr. Like.
Yeah, and he's
probably the best.
He doesn't even have the mental
get.
Capacity for this. It's like basically anything you do to Georgie is rape. Okay.
Wow,
he has
cool.
no
so
capacity
he has to be a virgin forever then because of you. Okay.
I don't know. He probably should be.
Wow, brilliant! You're really sticking up for the innocent here.
I am.
Yeah, you're just slapping on that chastity belt.
You're a fan of exploitation, okay? And I'm not.
Like, he is the one who's willing to do anything to have a woman. What do you want, man?
He's got like a 40 IQ though. It's not good.
Oh, so people who are not smart enough are not allowed to get married?
No, I don't think it's good that a 30-year-old woman is sleeping with this dumb 19-year-old. That's just not good.
He's too dumb for marriage. Guess we're gonna bring in the eugenics.
Wow, that's not at all what I'm saying. I'm saying he needs to find someone else who's also 40 IQ. Okay.
Wow.
That's my contention.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. I guess that's the segregation we're going with now. Okay.
Wow.
Jesus, imagine.
You're the one who brought it up, okay?
What?
But this is this Young Sheldon episode. Sheldon desperately wants this Tandy computer, and it causes a rift in his parents' marriage. Although it seems like it more so bubbles up other issues to the surface, you know? So maybe it's not Sheldon's fault that his parents are in a loveless marriage where they're hiding money from each other and stuff. Maybe that's not his fault.
I mean, I wonder how much money she was hiding. Is that good or bad?
At least enough to buy this computer for young Sheldon, I have to assume. Because I don't think... does Mary Cooper have a job? Do we know?
I don't think so.
Yeah. It's very... Like, I don't know how she plans to support the kids on her own or anything.
I mean, there's probably some kind of safety net, isn't there? Even in America.
In America in the 80s? Not really. There would be like child support maybe?
Well, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter considering that they immediately get back together, but I don't know.
Yeah, thankfully.
Oh yeah, she had some kind of she decided that with the computer she could do like the bookkeeping
she could do a
for
bookkeeping
everyone.
business.
Yeah.
Whatever that. I don't even know what that shit means. That might be a job that got completely eliminated by
accounting. It's called accounting, and no, it hasn't been eliminated because it's like specifically like the taxes are specifically hard to do.
I just didn't know it was called bookkeeping. I thought that was like organize my fucking books. Okay. This is like a librarian job or whatever. I guess they still have librarians too.
Wow, now who's the little kid? You thought bookkeeping was keeping literal books? Oh my god.
Yeah. I'm sorry for taking language at its fucking face value, okay? You don't have to rub it in. How dare you?
I'm sorry, that was out of line.
It was. I'm pissed. I hate you. How dare you make fun of me for this? You can call me a fat fuck all you want, but this crosses the line.
I tried not to, okay, when you were telling me how long I got to live. Was that even in the episode, or was that before we started?
That was in the episode. Don't you worry. That's in the episode. That's good content.
The best.
Yeah. Anyway, I wanted to ask you, whose side are you on in this argument over between Georgie and Mary here, or George Senior and Mary?
Well, she shouldn't be hiding money, but he shouldn't be spending too much money on booze. So
I think if it's his money from his job, he can spend it on whatever he damn well pleases, as long as like the family has a home and stuff.
What
and
are you
food,
talking
which they
about?
do.
Like she would have a job if it wasn't for the kids. Like they ought to split the money.
The kids go to school. There's no good reason she doesn't have a job.
Yeah, you think so? This guy can't even do the laundry, man.
The laundry is. They have laundry machines. It's not like an all-day job to do that. You just put them in the machine and they do it.
It's a button that you pull. How does that make sense?
What? No, you put it in the machine.
No,
you don't pull it.
That was the conceit. He didn't figure out how it worked. You had to pull out the button, and he learns that in the end.
Oh. Well, that's not like a difficult task. That's just a failure on George's
I know, but he's never done
it.
Like, that's her job. She has to do all the housework. He's never even seen how the laundry machine works.
That's literally one chore, though.
No, that's all the chores.
That's not like a job.
Like, there's no way that he does any other chores if he's never done the laundry, okay?
Okay, I've seen him washing dishes, I'm pretty sure, in this show.
I
guess
this
is not like a replacement for like a full-time job, like doing the dishes and washing clothes and stuff. That's not the same thing. Especially if the kids aren't even at home or anything, you know?
I mean, like, they might be home, like they might be sick or something. You usually want to have like a parent available.
You know what they have? They have Mima, who does not have a job, and
well, she's less
literally
available.
across the street. She's available basically all the time. She's in every episode of this show, starting with the second one. So,
well, don't they just eat together? I don't know.
She's constantly there, hanging out with them at all times.
Really? Damn.
She's in every scene. It's crazy how often this Mima's over, taking care of them and stuff.
I guess.
Maybe she does have a job. I don't even know if she actually does have a job or not. Well, but they haven't mentioned one that she does. So
she is right across the street, though. So I guess that makes sense that she would come over.
Yeah. So if the kids get sick or something for one day, like that's not gonna, like if Mary was working, that wouldn't like ruin her life or anything, you know.
I mean, you're pretty harsh on this woman, okay? She has a lot to do. I mean, the only thing that's frivolous is that she spends too much money at the church.
Yeah, we have yet to see any of these things she has to do, though. So,
what, the housework?
Housework is not like a job, unless you like. There are people whose job is housework, but what they do is they go around to like 5 different houses in every day, and like clean them all and stuff.
Well, I guess that was a different time, huh?
The 80s did not have more complicated houses. They're still houses. I guess maybe they were bigger.
Well, they weren't. I mean,
this is a pretty small
bigger.
one for Sheldon. Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, there's gotta be like a lot of tools that you have nowadays that make it easier, right?
Not really. I can't think of any.
I mean,
maybe the vacuums are slightly nicer now and better.
I guess everyone has a dishwasher. Well, I don't have one, but people do, I guess.
You don't have a dishwasher?
Well, I mean, it does make sense for one person. Like, you'd spend more time loading it up than just doing the laundry.
What? That's just not true, but okay.
Well, you have to wait for it to do its thing, don't you?
Well, yeah, but you can do other things instead of having to do it yourself. That's the whole point of a dishwasher.
I mean, it would waste time as well. No, I mean, it would waste energy. Like, you don't
Well,
run
yeah,
a
it would waste
dishwasher
energy.
for like 3 things.
Well, yeah, no, you don't. That's why you put like all your dishes in. It's
What,
bigger
just
than
leave
for
them,
3 things.
Just leave them be disgusting all the time? Yeah, cool.
Yeah, inside the dishwasher, which cleans itself out when it cleans the dishes. That's how the dishwasher works.
Okay, wow, cool.
It literally fills like it covers the whole thing with water. It doesn't fill it all up, but it like covers all of it and stuff.
Alright, good to know.
Yeah. How do you think a dishwasher works?
Well, I mean, yeah, Wait, is it always full of water?
No, it has like little water jets that it like shoots out of like 2 sticks.
Yeah, so
you
would just let like all the dishes crust up.
They don't. No, you put like a little thing of soap in it too. Like it gets them all clean.
No, I mean like
crusted on.
while you're not doing it, like you say, you just leave them in there until it's full.
I mean, yeah, for like a couple days or whatever, you know. If you're living alone and you don't have a lot of dishes.
No, that's insane. Like that shit's gonna be so dried up.
Yeah, but then the dishwasher uses water to shoot the water at the dishes.
You don't let it dry up just so you can wash it later. That's crazy.
What dries up?
I don't know, like cheese or whatever you put on the plate.
Yeah, and then the dishwasher blasts it with water and it pulls
Wow.
the cheese off of the thing.
So much faster, just do it right away. Jeez.
Do you think the dishwasher is like a myth or something? This is it has to work somehow, Florian, if people use it, and millions of homes have one.
I mean, like you can just do the dishes. It doesn't take long. Jeez.
I mean,
man.
it doesn't. Like for one person, yeah, it probably doesn't take that long. But like, it's still gonna be faster and more efficient for your time to do. Just put them all in the dishwasher and let it run, and then put them away.
Yeah, whatever. Probably not.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, I don't even have space for one, so it doesn't matter.
Oh. Why don't you have space? This is like, I've never heard of someone who like lives in like a tiny apartment with millions of dollars. This is like just a concept that's always perplexed me about your life.
Why would I? What am I gonna do? Like get a bigger apartment so I can do more dusting? Yeah, cool.
I mean, like a little bit bigger. I don't know. Do you have like things at all? Or
I
like
just have a small kitchen. It's fine. I don't need a big kitchen.
Okay. I mean, I guess that's good, but you know, I don't know.
I mean, I wouldn't waste money on getting a bigger place. Seems pretty pointless.
I don't know, I feel like I'd want to have like a mid-sized house and like have
Jesus, a house?
like a
what
room
a waste.
with like video games in it and stuff.
Oh
yeah.
my god.
You don't want to own a home?
No.
You just want to rent an apartment until you die?
No, you own apartments. What are you talking about?
You don't own apartments.
Yeah,
you
you
rent
do.
apartments from the landlord. This is how you make your money. You should know this.
Yeah, that's because I own them, the apartments.
Do you own the whole apartment building you live in?
No,
or?
like you can have individual apartments. This is crazy. You don't have that?
I don't know.
I mean,
that is
wouldn't
not
even
how
know.
most apartments work here, if that's a thing here at all.
What, you think you can't buy an apartment?
I don't know. I guess maybe you can, but you know.
I mean, I guess that is a thing I hear from Americans, that they don't realize you can buy single apartments. Maybe it's not a thing. That's crazy.
Cost to buy apartment.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Look him up.
How much does it cost to buy an apartment?
This is
Like a single unit? A 1-bedroom in my building is about $500,000. Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, that's no
how
good.
many square feet is that?
I don't know. It doesn't say.
What?
It says 1 bedroom. That's in fucking Toronto though, so that's like,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
retarded.
Yeah,
Never
of
live in
course.
Toronto unless you're like already a millionaire. Jesus
Yes,
Christ.
See, that's it. That's the.
Never go on Reddit. It's just idiots who don't know how to spend their money paying the dumbest amounts for stupid housing. That sucks.
Did you say Reddit? Is that where you went?
Yeah, I checked. Yeah, I went on Reddit because there's nowhere else is going to give you like people, just random people answering the question.
Oh
I
my
forgot
god,
it's
dude!
Stupid people on Reddit.
There are portals where you can look up people buying homes and selling them.
You know, I'm not going to go look through fucking Zillow live on the podcast. Okay, whatever.
Oh, better than Reddit, Jesus! You just enter what
I'll take
you
the
want.
fucking L. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay. Sheldon, he gets his computer because I don't know. I guess fucking Mary feels guilty or something.
Well,
so she buys him this epic Tandy PC from the 80s.
It's because George insisted on spending all his money on booze, so she has to now spend her money on the computer because that was
I guess so.
the point they were arguing about.
Yeah, I don't know. I think, hey, if you work as a high school coach every day, okay, and you want to buy a couple beers, that's up to you, okay. I mean, I don't blame him for his beer habit.
I mean, clearly
even if
not.
It is
it's
absolutely killing him.
Yeah. Oh, well, that should be okay. Yeah, hey, dude. Like your family member, he should just be able to kill himself. Good idea.
Listen, Florian, you might not understand this concept, but over here in the West, we have a thing called freedoms. Okay, we're allowed to purchase what we want, even if it's going to kill us.
Well, you think
because we want to.
You think that's good, just having it so that your family just stays together as you kill yourself? Cool.
Yeah, you're allowed to do it.
Well, I mean,
we entrust our citizens with the responsibility.
I mean, you're not
and some of them are not responsible, but some of them are. Most of them are.
I mean, you're saying that Mary has to put up with it, which is of course nonsense because she has the freedom to leave.
You have the freedom to leave and get a divorce. Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, like she'd probably be fine.
But she decides not to.
Like, she'd probably be fine. She could get anyone.
I don't know. Do you think Mary Cooper could get anyone in this universe?
Well, yeah, of course. Like,
I don't know.
Like, doesn't she get, like, a doctor in Big Bang Theory? She just, like, instantly seduces
That is
a
true.
doctor.
She does immediately seduce this doctor, actually. You might be right. Never mind.
Like, in this universe, looks are everything, okay?
Yeah, I guess so. That is the entire arc of why Leonard wants to get with Penny. She looks better in this, by the way. She got the curly hair. I didn't remember how long it took for her to get the curly hair, and it looks great.
I didn't pay attention to
that.
Episode
12 is when she gets the curly hair.
I just noticed that she was not happy with Sheldon at all.
Well, no one's happy with Sheldon in these.
Yeah.
She's not happy with Howard either. I don't know why she hangs out there at all. Unless she must like really, really like Leonard already.
I guess so. Well, and
I guess Raj is nice too.
Raj, who still can't talk to her after having had sex with her. Yep.
He didn't have sex with her.
He did.
No, he did not.
At the party, like Leonard turned her down, and then she went into bed with Raj.
No, she had sex with someone else.
No,
who
it was
just
Raj.
at the party. No, Penny did not have sex with Raj. This is just not true.
I can't believe that
Raj
you're
had
not
sex with some random
remembering
person
this.
from the party.
What?
She had like brown hair. You're just wrong. This is crazy.
That is no way. Really?
Yeah. Why would Penny sleep with Raj? That like ruins the whole arc of the whole thing. If Raj is the first one to sleep with Penny out of the group. That's like crazy.
God, But so did Penny sleep with anyone then at the party?
No, she fucking was miserable about her ex-boyfriend who showed up and then hugged Leonard and stuff at the end of the episode.
Wow, really? I could have sworn that was Penny who... Wow, okay.
No, it was not.
How did that...
You're getting this whole series wrong. That's crazy.
God, we need to... I mean, I guess you're probably right. It doesn't seem to say anything about her sleeping with Raj.
Yeah, trust me, I'm right. But yeah, there's this episode of Young Sheldon, there's a lot of punish Georgie moments in this episode where he is belittled and made fun of constantly. There's a moment where he points out that Elliot from E.T., his name starts with an E and ends with a T. That's media literacy, right? And they're putting him down for it. They're like, oh, it sucks, you're stupid.
Well, he always
terrible.
does this. Like all he does is like random observations and nothing that anyone's ever
but
talked
he's right,
about.
Though.
Wow, brilliant!
I'm willing to bet the reason that they chose Elliot for that movie was because it starts with E and ends with T. I would bet money on that. That's like a Spielberg thing, you know. He's a good filmmaker. He knows what he's doing.
He picked that name real well. Wow.
Yeah, he did. This is a good movie, E.T.
Wow.
I think so. I haven't actually seen all of E.T. I just didn't finish it, but yeah.
The best sign of a good movie.
Yeah, I didn't get to finish it because my teacher we got to the part where E.T.'s getting like tortured on the table, and my teacher turned it off. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you never found out what happens.
Yeah, she thought it was too disturbing for a 4th grade classroom, which is just frankly embarrassing. But yeah. There was like a lot of Georgie stuff though. There's like Georgie fucking. I mean, there's the foreshadowing, of course, where he bets his dad $1,000 that he won't get married and stuff, and and that he's wrong, and he doesn't pay his dad, probably because his dad's dead. But
yeah, like he had the right idea, of not getting married, just like Sheldon had the right idea of never having a girlfriend and focusing on science. I don't know if
Georgie needs a life free of distractions to pursue all of his interesting stuff,
Look, he could crank his IQ from 40 to 50, okay? He could really make a difference.
Yeah, and get the only thing I've seen from that show is him like fixing a roof or something. Is he like a carpenter?
I have no idea. I don't remember him at all in anything other than this.
Yeah, I don't know. There's the scene where Mima, of course, Mary, she goes to stay at Mima's house and brings Sheldon and his giant suitcase and stuff over, and she sleeps in the same bed with Mima. I assume she just has 2 beds in the house or whatever. And Mima's like, yeah, I fuck dudes in this bed all the time.
Which is obvious.
Which is great.
Where else would she be fucking them?
I mean, yeah, but you don't want to tell your daughter about that as she goes to sleep in the same bed, maybe.
I mean, she's encroaching on her space. She needs to be told.
Yeah, it's another good boss moment from Mima. It's a good bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they mention at one point that Mary makes cut up little hot dogs and spaghetti for Sheldon, which brought to mind Sheldon's soup with little frankfurters in it.
Yeah.
I guess he just really likes little hot dogs cut up in all his food or something.
Well, I mean, I guess that's just like their poor diet they had, because all the money went into beer.
Yeah, it all went to beer and I guess this $1,000 computer
and the church.
Yeah, in the church.
Is that a thing that poor people have? It's just like sausages in spaghetti.
I don't know. I think that's just a thing you make for like small children who don't like other food, who are like picky with their food. I think.
Really? Wow.
Because a lot of kids like spaghetti. A lot of kids like hot dogs.
Well, I guess I'm thinking of like most people who have like an intact family. They would never eat like. I mean, they would very rarely eat sausages. They'd always cook something that actually takes effort, which I guess.
Well, usually
really
they're making like
sense.
Brisket and stuff on the show, right? So
yeah,
that
I guess
stuff's
so.
pretty good.
I guess that probably takes a while.
Meal.
Yeah.
They were showing like even the fake recipe took like a full day. So yeah.
Well, yeah, it probably took longer.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's Mima making that one. Most of the time.
They show that this Eliza chatbot AI that Sheldon has on his computer is like dog shit and stuff. And Florian,
I thought they were gonna pull like an early Chat GPT where it just knows what to say.
Yeah,
but no, they didn't.
Yeah, I was watching your review of the new Planet of the Apes movie on Is It Kino, right?
Yeah.
And you were talking about how you still believe that AI will take over and kill us all. And I want to see, like, after seeing this Eliza AI that just like repeats its intro and shit over and over.
What do you think this
is the case?
Well, you think the fact that it's developed a lot since 40 years ago is against it?
Well, considering to this day it's still like, oh, Google's AI will tell you to like put glue in your pizza and shit, like it's not good. I don't know how you think this is gonna like turn into a real Terminator situation.
Oh my god.
What? I just don't see it.
This is so insane, man. Like, why do you think that it needs to get everything right for it to be able to become a Terminator? Like, it's in its infancy still. Like, it's got...
Controlling a robot that kills people is, like, a very difficult thing, right? And, like, being, like, a good strategic like, person really. In war.
Like, that stuff is probably not that hard of a job. Like, it's gonna take way more complex jobs than that from us, okay, before it gets to that point.
Boston Dynamics has spent like 20 years trying to make robots that can stand up straight and like survive
I didn't hear you. What did you say?
Boston Dynamics, they're making these robots that are like struggling to stand up properly. And
they're pretty good at standing up now. I don't know what you're saying.
The little like shitty dog ones are, but like those suck and are stupid. And I could step on one and it would die. So
no, you can put guns on those. Like they're pretty dangerous.
I don't know. I don't buy it that this Terminator future is going to come to pass. You know.
I mean, I don't know what it would take to convince you.
If I saw like a robot that looked like a scary guy with a gun and he was like shooting targets perfectly and stuff,
so you just
then I'd be scared.
So you're just completely not gonna do anything until it's too late. Cool. That's real smart of you. Cool.
And what am I supposed to do about it?
What are you talking about?
Even if I was like convinced of this, even if I thought this was a real problem, what am I supposed to do about it?
If I'm telling you global warming is real, and you're just gonna say, I don't care. Also, what am I gonna do?
What am I supposed to do as an individual about global warming? Yeah.
I mean, first of all, you start by not denying it. Like that'll be the first step.
Okay, that's fine. Well, even if I did I don't deny global warming, but even if I did, what am I supposed to do about it?
What, the AI thing or the global warming?
Either of them.
I mean, I guess you'd probably like vote for the people who would do something about it, but I mean, global warming isn't as pressing of an issue as AI.
I don't know about that. Climate scientists would not agree.
I mean,
the only like weird people like Elon who think they're gonna get killed by robots who hate them. Those are the only people worried about this.
I mean, that's ridiculous considering that there's already a lot of jobs being replaced by AI.
No, there really aren't. There's a lot of jobs being like fucked
AI
with momentarily.
Getting, huh? Like,
not very. It still looks like shit, and people
what's up
like
with
all
your
the people who
internet?
like buy art like don't like it anyway.
I mean, there's
like a few game companies that like want to hire AI people for textures and stuff. But, like that's not gonna, like when the work is like trash, they're not gonna continue doing that forever. You know.
I mean, it's only gonna get better.
It's not gonna get. I don't think that the way that AI works can just get better on its own as it goes. You know.
What are you talking about? It gets better every month. Like,
none of it looks good though. And it will not. There's no way for it to like spontaneously develop like a human intelligence required to like come up with a good style for art and stuff. It's just not gonna happen.
That's like, you really think that people care about a unique style when you could just have like something that looks like Disney and has that quality?
It doesn't look like Disney though. It looks like shitty and shiny and like weird at all times.
Wow.
I don't know. It just doesn't look any good. I don't buy it.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure that the artists are already getting paid a lot less because of it. Especially
I don't think so.
Especially the porn artists.
Well, that's because their job is very easily replaceable by a whole number of things, but you know.
I mean, not really. What do you mean? No.
You can like go outside and stuff instead of jerking it to pictures of cartoon fairies or whatever.
I thought we just established that the fleshlight is far more economical.
Exactly, yeah. I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know. There's the people who want like weird fetish art that they can only get from certain artists are not going to be able to generate it either.
I don't know. I think it's going to get there pretty soon.
I don't think so. But, you know, we'll see, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Should we move on to the best segment of the show, the Chuck Lorre cards?
Wow. Well, I hope that you've prepared to read them in their entirety.
I have not, and I will not.
You got to stop it. I swear, you keep misrepresenting them, and they're actually way smarter than you make them seem.
They're absolutely not. And you wouldn't know because you haven't actually read any of them.
Next time, I demand the full version of them, okay?
Well, I want you to save them and read them out to me then, okay?
Oh.
And then I'll tell you why they're crap anyway.
Can't believe I have to do the work around here. Damn.
Yeah, you do. For once in your life, okay? This episode of The Big Bang Theory, apparently he says that the whole young Sheldon concept, or not the young Sheldon concept, but the concept here where this prodigy shows up and ruins Sheldon's life was based on an experience he had. where he went to music school, and then like a kid showed up with as like the professor, like a kid professor came in with an epic giant guitar and fucking ruined all of his ambitions of ever being a successful musician. But within this card, he makes sure to include a snipe at fans of the Gibson guitar brand. He talks about how he felt so superior with his fucking beat up Stratocaster, and that he knew that all these people with their fancy Gibsons only bought them from got their rich parents to buy them and stuff. And I think that shows a fundamental lack of good taste, because frankly, Stratocasters are dog shit compared to a good humbucking guitar like a Gibson. Okay,
humbucking.
It's embarrassing.
What's that mean?
Yeah, they buck the hum because they have two coils instead. They have like a 2-coil pickup with where the magnets are arranged in a way that it like cancels out all the hum that comes from the amplifier naturally when you crank it up.
Wow.
That's why Strats are horrible and noisy and tinny and garbage instruments.
Well, I'm sure that your opinion on this are very elitist and cringe.
I'm very well founded, okay? No, what you really want to get is a good guitar that has basically what I have is a guitar that has 3 single coils, right? But it's a Brian May brand guitar, and what he did was he wired them in such a way that you can put 2 of these like big, epic single coil pickups in and out. Like you can put them together and they will buck the hum as if they're a double, like a humbucker pickup and stuff, and it's sick, and it sounds fucking great. And it's the best guitar in the world.
Yeah, I don't get it.
So frankly, all these people have bad taste, but him most of all with his shitty Stratocaster. So, yeah.
Wow.
I just wanted to make that clear.
I guess you showed him.
Yeah. And then for the young Sheldon vanity card, he talks about how he was deeply afraid of being nuked back in the day because they had like atomic drills and stuff in the 80s or whatever. And he talks about how now he's fearful of that possibility again due to all the incompetent politicians. But what he neglects to mention are all the incompetent people in media who are doing things like, say, drumming up hysteria over being nuked in fucking 2024 as if that's a real possibility. And yeah, I think that's embarrassing. Once again, he's the dumbest person in the room and feels so smug about it.
What do you mean 24?
As always.
When did this come out?
I don't remember when this is young Sheldon, so this is like 4 years ago, okay?
I mean, considering that we have a war right now, it's more likely than it was back then.
No.
What do you mean?
It's
no?
not. They're not going to use a nuke for the war, for the Ukraine war. It's not going to happen.
How can you tell Putin is entirely irrational?
He's not.
What are you talking about?
He knows that if he launches one nuke, fucking all of Russia gets obliterated overnight, okay? He knows that.
I mean, yeah, but...
Like, including him. It would be so stupid. But it's just not going to happen.
Yeah, but what if Hitler had nukes? Do you think he wouldn't launch them?
I don't think he would have, no.
He killed himself. Of course he would have.
Well, he killed himself at the end, but, like, he does, that's, like, you know, last minute. Like, no one's fucking invading Moscow, you know? And the reason they don't do it is because they have nukes.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like...
Hitler might have let them off if he had them back then, like, as, like, the final resort. But if that were the case, like, literally no one would have gone into Germany and fought him, so, you know.
I guess so. Wow.
Yeah. It's not gonna happen.
I mean, I don't know. I think Putin is, like, so crazy irrational that it could totally happen.
He's just not. That's just not the case.
I mean, like, he's not done a single rational thing in the last 3 years, so I don't know what you're talking about.
I think it was genuinely, like, rational to think that you could take over Ukraine in, like a couple days.
Yeah, and then he just never gives up on it. Cool. Yeah.
Well, you know, that's because if he were to show weakness, then, like, the whole fucking country would despise him and just probably storm the place and kill him, hopefully, but, you know.
Yeah, and you think then he's not going to launch the nukes?
I don't think he's gonna like launch the nukes and kill everyone in the whole world just because he gets like attacked by his population, and he's also gonna prevent that from happening anyway. So, well, what he's gonna do is he's gonna lock down some areas of territory, and he's gonna say, "Oh, look, we did it! We conquered all the areas that we totally said that we were going for in Ukraine."
I mean,
and then he's gonna pull out, and that's gonna be the end of it. Okay, that's just how it's gonna end.
I mean, that's only gonna happen if Trump wins. Otherwise, he's not gonna get any territory.
That's not... No. I don't know.
Unless
I don't
someone
know.
forces Ukraine to give up, they're not gonna give up territory at this point.
I don't know. I feel like it will. Like, if this goes on for, like, another, like, 5 years, they're gonna stop. They're not just gonna keep doing it forever.
I mean, yeah, Russia will lose in that time unless Trump wins.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't think so. We'll see. I hope you're right, but I don't think so.
Yeah, I guess it's hard to tell, but I mean, it looks like Russia is losing pretty hard right now.
I don't know. I haven't kept up with it, honestly.
Yeah, a lot is happening.
Okay, well, that's good.
Like, they were attacking a city that was really close to the border, and then they were just launching, like, artillery from over the border. And now they're finally allowed to use Western weapons on Russia itself. So now they now they can stop, like, using the border as a shield, and now they're losing that grip on that city, so that's pretty cool.
That is good, I guess, yeah. But which episode of The Big Bang Theory or Young Sheldon, which of these did you think was the better episode this week?
I mean, I definitely like The Big Bang Theory better this time.
Okay. I think it was pretty close, right? I think both of these were actually excellent episodes of both of their shows. But I think, honestly, just out of pity, because Big Bang Theory fails to excel so often, I think I gotta give it to that. Yeah.
Well, a win at least.
Yeah, a win. Barely won, but they did it. And I just like the concept of Sheldon dealing with young Sheldon, you know? This is why I think they should have ended it with time travel and done like a special episode where they cross over fully. And who knows? Maybe they did.
Yeah,
and we'll get to see
you just
it
wish
eventually.
that this character drama just ends in crazy sci-fi nonsense, yeah.
Yeah. I like my nonsense in shows. It's fun. It makes them interesting.
All this time, it was all for nothing, and he could just go back to the past.
Yeah. Well, I mean, next time you hear from us, we're going to be comparing two cartoons, one of which is strict and by the numbers and bland, and the other is possibly the best surrealist animation ever made. So, we'll see.
Wow, strict? What are you talking about?
It's okay. There's have you heard the discourse online about the CalArts style before, Florian?
Are you saying it adheres strictly to that style?
It happens to look identically to all the other cartoons made by these people who came out of this one university.
Well, you'll enjoy the fact that there's one character in it that has like old stretchy cartoony physics, so we'll see.
Well, we'll see then.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised because I haven't actually watched this movie yet, but we'll see.
Maybe the musical aspects will really help. Or maybe they will they will be very cringe, who knows.
You know, I like musicals as long as the songs aren't dog shit, so we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see indeed. All right.
Yeah.
Bazinga.
Boys.